Alright, Lantis, so today we have some pretty exciting news potentially regarding our next special banner on Brazos, and I'm not talking about the banner that is releasing tomorrow, but we will talk about that later in a separate video in a few hours time. Because today, posted a day earlier, since tomorrow is a Saturday, we do have this month's dev comments going over some of the upcoming updates that we are going to get in Brazos. I will clarify right from the get-go that they are more so quality of life stuff that was announced last month, but since we do have images this time around, it seems like whatever we are seeing here, likely will be coming out in the month of June. With that in mind too, we also do know that we are scheduled an epic raid update and also extreme co-op. Courtesy of the year-long roadmap that we were given is that we are scheduled an epic raid and also extreme co-op update, and I've been waiting to get some information regarding what's going to happen with epic raids, but it doesn't seem like we are getting that in today's notice. We could potentially get that. We'll talk about that in a minute. Around the middle of the month, we might get more news soon. Or if anything, this time next month, when we get our next set of dev comments, we should finally get something regarding Epic Raid content. So with that said, let's read what Caleb have to say. So following on from April, we hope you enjoyed taking part in the 100 million download celebration that continued through May. The 100 million download special gift and the 100 million download choose the 6-star summons will end May 31st, so please be sure to log in so you don't miss it. So that means it's ending tomorrow, so if you haven't for some reason, use your choose a 6-star summon, and if you haven't already gotten the 100 million special summon ticket, well, make sure you go ahead and get that. You don't need to use the ticket right now. You can save that, but make sure you go ahead and claim it. Many other news and campaigns are yet to be announced, so we hope you're looking forward to what is coming next as part of the 10th anniversary celebrations, because again, it is getting closer. July 23rd will be when the 10th anniversary does begin. So in regards to this month's dev comments, the first thing that we did get was the auto setup. So again, we do have an image right here. Hopefully, in my opinion, this is for most parts of the game. It could just be for general single player content, but I would love for this to be in Senkamon, especially Senkamon, but even Guild Quest and Epic Raids, I honestly wouldn't mind this particular button. But I think it will just be for single player content whenever you do have this particular preparation screen, but they are going to add an auto setup. So with that, if you have 3 characters in your team, you press the auto setup, it's going to put the best accessories and links it can put on that character. Hopefully the accessories they do choose are actually smart, because it would be quite ridiculous if they start putting Yukis on your characters when, you know, Yukis aren't that good until you 5-star plus them. Either way though, for content like this that is going to be relatively easy, you just want to put something on your character, and being able to do that in like 2 buttons is going to be good. Even if it's not like the best build, it's probably good enough for you to clear the content just fine. Because personally, I know when I'm building my character for like point event farming, sometimes I just throw on whatever I can. But they do give us a bit more information here. An auto setup button will be added to the prepare for quest screen. You will only need to press the button to automatically set accessories and character links based on the attributes and affiliation of the characters in your team. So yeah, pretty simple, nice quality of life coming our way. I think everyone, in my opinion, can benefit from this, but new players, for example, might actually find out how to build their characters through this particular button. Below that, however, we have the long awaited, because this should have been here since the introduction of the attribute trees, but they are finally adding the Modi power up feature. So right now, when it comes to attribute trees, you have to power up each node individually. Now, if you are keeping up to date, doing that daily, it's not that big of a deal. But if you're someone that likes to sit on a certain number, like for example, level 300s, maybe you're waiting until we can get to level 400 before you invest once more into the attribute tree. The longer you wait, the more tedious it is when it comes to powering up this attribute tree, because you have to do each individual node every single time. Well, going forward into our next update, again, hopefully sometime in June, we are going to be able to just power up an entire row, the entire thing even, in one button, assuming you have enough materials to power up. With the way it works, I assume if you click on this particular defense node, it will just power up the entire row. So basically 3 buttons max for the most part to finish out an entire, section of an attribute tree. And then they do show us here the confirmation button, showing the buffs that you are getting and how much crest you are also using. So again, quite nice little quality of life coming our way. They were announced last month, but now we have a bit more information regarding how it does look at the very least in game. And again, that would hopefully mean that it is releasing sometime soon. Maybe even within the next 2 or so weeks. But the main point of the video, and also like the smallest section here, right, is that we do have once more official confirmation. We kind of already knew this. They spoke about it on Twitter and also the previous live stream, but now it's like set in stone that it is continuing to happen, is that we are getting another special live stream. And I've already been hyping up the upcoming banners in June. Both mid-month and end of month are going to be special in my opinion. But based on what what they did last year, if you did miss that, an entire month before the anniversary, we did get a remake of 4th Anniversary Mugetsu. It was also paired with 2 seasonal characters. I feel like the other characters could have been a bit more exciting. Maybe they could have gave us a Monster Aizen there, for example, instead of just Parasol Shinsui and stuff. But this was a really cool banner and a great way to kickstart the anniversary, in my opinion, even though the anniversary doesn't start in July. One of the best parts about this banner was that it featured a cool premium character. He was actually pretty good too, offered a really good link that we still use to this day, but most importantly, he was guaranteed in 10 steps. Any of the 3 new characters were guaranteed in 10 steps. You got to choose them. And I'm really hoping going into this upcoming June mid-month, assuming this upcoming live stream will be for that, I'm really hoping it is guaranteed in 10 steps. A character of your choice. If not, if they do the crown step-up summon where you just get one of the 3 new characters on the 10 step, I will also take that. As long as it's not the Zenith summons, I think it's going to be a very exciting banner. Because unfortunately, that's what happened during the release of the 100 million celebration banner with Aaroniero and also Ichigo. It was a really cool banner. And my opinion on that banner was that it was a guaranteed summon had you been guaranteed one of the characters in 10 steps. But since it was a Zenith summons, the only guarantee character you get is on step 25 unless you get lucky. But if we do read what they have to say here, right? So the 10th anniversary special Brave Souls News Live that was first held in April is scheduled to be held for another edition in June. So again, June mid-month or June end of month. Likely June mid-month, because last year they said to the president that they are probably going to do something exciting a whole month before the anniversary. And with that, the 10th anniversary ambassador Morita Masakazu, the voice actor Ichigo, will join us once again to talk about the game, so we hope you look forward to it. Again, this could be for June end of month or June mid-month. It's likely June mid-month. And with that in mind, I feel like this banner is going to be something we have to be saving for. The upcoming end of month banner is actually pretty cool, but I don't think it's a must summon by any means. And knowing what we know now, that we are going to get another live stream, potentially in less than 2 weeks' time, makes this upcoming banner an even more easy skip in my opinion. Now, with that in mind too, one thing that's also worth noting, because they're doing something a tad bit different this year, when it comes to mid-month banners, the date always changes. More often than not, it does release on the 19th, but if Caleb want to release it a few days earlier, a day later like they did last year, they can do that. In this case, it seems to be based on the current point event, is that the upcoming mid-month banner will be here earlier than expected, on the 15th of June. Now that means in regards to this upcoming special news live stream, we are going to get the announcement probably in the coming days of when that is going to happen. And there's 2 ways they are going to go about it. The stream itself might happen on like the 10th, 12th, for example, and then the banner releases a few days later. Or they could do what they did during the Ichigo and Aaroniero banner, where they announce it and then an hour or 2 later, the banner releases. Now for me, unfortunately, and I'm actually kind of annoyed at this, and I'm not sure how I'm going to handle this in regards to the channel, but I'm not going to be here on the 15th of June. I planned a small holiday to get back on the 18th of June, so if there was a live stream or a banner on the 19th, I could cover it. But unfortunately, this potential banner and also stream, I won't be here. So, I'll probably mention it a few times as we do get the official date of when the live stream is happening. But if a really cool banner does get announced, then I'm not there to cover it. That's why. I'll be able to talk about it a few days later on the 18th. But I might try and manage a way to stream it if I possibly can. But either way, for the most part, the main thing to expect is that a big banner is coming in 15 days' time. There will be a live stream for it. The banner will be releasing on the 15th just based off this point event. Will the banner get announced on the 15th as well? Well, we'll find out in a week's time whenever they do announce its upcoming live stream. But yeah, with that in mind, if we are getting a big banner, another live stream happening for June mid-month, that can only mean something big is coming. And remember, this is not the start of the anniversary technically, right? Part 1 of the anniversary will be happening July 23rd. But based off of last year with a remake of an anniversary character, that being Mugetsu, going into the year 2025, we were expecting Full Hollow to get remade at this moment in time, June mid-month. But he's already been done. So that now begs the question, who left is there to remake? Is it going to be anniversary remakes? Is it going to be an exciting premium banner with some, well thought out and hyped characters? Only time will tell, but we will find out very soon, potentially in less than 15 days time. With that said though, hope you liked and enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.